What is the most effective intermittent fasting schedule for you to follow to lose weight and improve your health? I've been intermittent fasting for over 12 years. I've tried every possible schedule, protocol, intermittent fasting program. And by the end of this video, I'm going to map out my 4 favorite intermittent fasting schedules for you to follow to lose weight and improve your health. Now, the most popular intermittent fasting schedule is probably the 16-8, meaning that you fast for 16 hours and then you take in all your calories with an 8-hour eating window. But a lot of people don't really do it right. Let's go over the exact protocol in which I think you should follow. First of all, intermittent fasting should be done intermittently, meaning that it shouldn't be done every day. Again, the reason why you don't want to do it every day is that when you're limiting your calories to a smaller eating window, you're automatically going to be eating less, and you're going to be pretty much really reducing your calories. That's one of the big benefits of intermittent fasting. Like, you lose weight without counting calories, you're reducing your calories without even paying attention to it. It just automatically happens that way. So by doing intermittent fasting intermittently, there are some days when you're going to be eating less calories, other days you're going to be eating more. This is a technique I used when I was bodybuilding. There were some days I wanted to actually build muscle. Some days I'd be increasing my calories, hitting the gym hard. Other days I'd be wanting to burn body fat while I may be doing fasted cardio or eating very little. I wanted the best of both worlds. And that's kind of what you get with, say, a 16-8 intermittent fasting. Okay. Now, you can do 16-8. I think it's great to do it, say, 3 days a week, say Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And there's also, you can do it a couple of different ways in that you can skip breakfast. That's how I like to do it. And then, for example, break your fast, say 12 in the afternoon, and then have your last meal by 8 in the evening. But you can also do it the opposite way. A lot of people like to eat breakfast in the morning. Some people love breakfast. Maybe you'll have breakfast in the morning and then have their last meal by, say, 2, 3 in the afternoon, and then make sure they get their 16 hours of fasting in. Research has shown both ways are just as effective. If you're into something called circadian rhythms, some people feel that you should wake up in the morning, look at the sunlight, expose, the light to your eyes. You want to start your digestive system going. Then you may want to eat breakfast if you want to stay with your normal circadian rhythms. But when it comes to weight loss, and in my opinion, improving your health, I would do whatever fits into your schedule best. Okay. Now, also, there's some things obviously you're not going to be dry fasting during the 16-8. Some people do that. I don't recommend you do that. I think you should take in liquids, and you can drink anything that has no calories. Black coffee, no cream, no sugar, green tea, herbal teas, Pellegrino water, mineral water. You really want to keep yourself hydrated during the 16-hour fasting period. Now, the second intermittent fasting schedule I really like is called the Eat Stop Eating program. This was one of the first books I ever read on intermittent fasting. It came out about 12 years ago, and it talked about all the benefits of fasting for 24 hours, say once or twice a week. Incredibly effective way of reducing your calories. Just think, if you're eating, say, 3,000-4,000 calories a day and you don't eat 2 days a week, you just eliminated 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 calories from your diet. You're a few pounds lighter every single week from that. It's a great strategy, great schedule if you don't want to change the type of foods you're eating. If you just can't give up all your favorite foods, even if you're not eating all that healthy, you can still lose a good amount of weight just not eating for 24 hours twice a week. Plus, there are some other benefits to fasting, say, beyond that 16-8. 16 hours is still wonderful, but there's something called autophagy, which is the cell cleansing of the body, where the body just cannibalizes and regenerates weak and damaged organelles and cells. And that kind of kicks in once you get into those more extended periods of fasting. That's one of the big advantages of a 24-hour fast as opposed to a 16-hour fast. But in my opinion, the main benefit is that you're just not taking in any calories. It's really going to increase your insulin sensitivity, and just an amazing way to lose weight and improve your health. But it's definitely more aggressive than the 16-8. So what I like to recommend is first people get used to doing 16-8, say 3 times a week for a few weeks. Say you do it for a month. You do 16-8 Monday, Wednesday, Friday for a month. Then I'd like you to take a week off. Just eat normally, take a diet break, and then start experimenting with the 24-hour fast, say once or twice a week for a month, and see how that goes. I think you're going to find it really effective. Third intermittent fasting schedule is called the 1 meal a day diet, the OMAD diet. Now, this is a little similar to a 24-hour fast, but it's definitely easier. So, for example, when you're doing a 1 meal a day diet, you pretty much can fast for, say, 21, 22 hours, and then you can take in all your food within, say, a 2 or 3 hour eating windows, like a one big feast eating window. You know, similar to a 24-hour fast, I think this strategy is great if you don't want to give up your favorite foods, but it'll be so much more effective. Like I personally do this on Sunday and I eat really healthy. I eat, you know, healthy fats and good quality proteins and just fibrous type carbs. If you can eat like that and do the OMAD diet, say 2 or 3 times a week, I think you'll get incredible weight loss results, right? You get a little bit more autophagy than just 16-8. It's a little bit easier to do than a 24-hour fast, but still gets incredible results. Now, the fourth intermittent fasting schedule that I really like is called time-restricted eating. Now, technically, some people wouldn't call this intermittent fasting because you're not doing it intermittently. Time-restricted eating, you do it every single day, but the eating window can be much larger. For example, fasting for 12 hours every single day would be time-restricted eating. You know, like most people eat 18, 20 hours a day. You know, they wake up in the middle of the night, grab a cookie, you know, go back to sleep. So if you're going to like religiously fast for 12 hours every single day, that would be time-restricted eating, and you definitely will get benefits, no doubt about it. I would define it more as like 12 to 14 hours of fasting every single day as time-restricted eating. I think it's a great schedule to follow, and you can do this for pretty much extended periods of time because you're going to be eating more calories. See, the thing is that when it comes to restricting calories is that you don't want to do it indefinitely. You know, if you're always in a calorie deficit for like weeks and months, it's not good. You can be malnourished. Your metabolism is going to slow down. But with time-restricted eating, you're probably going to be in just like a little bit of a calorie deficit. So you can do that for an extended period of time. But even with time-restricted eating, you should take diet breaks where you would at least go back up to maintenance calories. In my opinion, it'd be 4, 5, or 6 weeks. You know, I'm going to link up a whole bunch of other videos I did about time-restricted eating, about intermittent fasting, just about like eating in a healthy way. Check out the videos. I think you're going to find them really helpful.